As you sit there, hearing these words, perhaps you've already begun to notice how thought can change, how a belief can dissolve, how an idea, once held so tightly, can simply vanish like mist in the morning sun. Because isn't it fascinating how you used to think you were afraid of interviews? You thought you had to prepare, analyse, overthink every word before speaking, but it's as if there was an invisible rule book that you had to follow. When the truth is, there are no rules. There never were. And as you realise that now, as this understanding sinks in deeply, a new reality begins to take hold. Fear, a word, a feeling, a flicker of hesitation, but have you ever stopped to ask, what specifically am I afraid of? Not knowing what to say? But doesn't that presuppose that there's only one correct thing to say? Or making a mistake? But who decides what's a mistake? And what if every mistake was simply an invitation to lead the frame? Or appearing foolish? And yet, aren't the most powerful speakers the ones who own their quirks, their presence, their energy completely? When you think about it, isn't it true that every great communicator, every powerful speaker, every charismatic leader was once where you are now? Maybe they doubted, maybe they hesitated, but then they let go. And the moment they let go, they became unstoppable. At some point in your past, you adopted rules, limits, restrictions. Maybe you thought they kept you safe. Maybe they did for a while. But what happens when the walls meant to protect you become the prison that confines you? What if you no longer need to control every word? You no longer had to rehearse conversations in your mind. You could simply show up and trust yourself, knowing that your presence is enough. Imagine now, right now, those old limiting beliefs cracking, dissolving, shattering into dust. Each breath you take frees you more and more. Each word you read rewires your mind deeper and deeper. Because the more you release, the more you gain. The less you try, the more you flow. And isn't it amazing that the very thing you thought you needed, control, was the thing holding you back? People don't remember words. They remember energy. They remember how you make them feel. When you radiate certainty, confidence, presence, people don't question you, they follow you. So imagine now, stepping into an interview. Not as someone hoping to pass, but as someone who owns the room. You're the frame. You set the pace. You lead the conversation. And if someone challenges you, you don't react. You smile, you breathe, you slow down. Because you know something they don't. You control the reality. And the more you hold your own frame, the more you step into it. Because people follow certainty. And now it's yours. As you absorb this now, as these words settle deeply into your unconscious, you might begin to notice something's different. You might not even be able to put it into words yet, but deep inside you feel lighter, more certain, more powerful. Because the shift has already happened. The fear is gone. The confidence is growing. And as you step forward, you already know exactly what to say, exactly how to be. Because the version of you who was afraid, that version of you no longer exists. And as you take that next breath, that next step, the next moment, you step into the world as you were always meant to be. When you think about it, isn't that exciting?